Welcome. Today's final. I'm going to do work until 4 p.m. It's about 4 hours left. Goals for today. So I'll probably try to get the HTML build out today. That'll be a good goal. Let's refresh. I'm gonna snag this link here, which should be my live stream. There we go. And then let's put that in Discord as well. So we've at least done that. Do I have any other Discords? I'll put it in. That's good for now. All right. We're ready to begin. I don't want it. I didn't want it to embed. I want it to just be a link. This will not embed. This will. Prefix with any text. And I did that and didn't work. Okay, well, we'll just leave it. Polish time. Up for 2 seconds. Somebody else comes in. All right, here we are. That's kind of cool. All right, enough of that. Let's get going. So this is all the stuff I didn't get done. This is the remaining list of what I was trying to get done. It's not going to happen because I need to polish and I need to make graphics. No way, 2 days in a row. Welcome back, Fuzzy Guppy. Yep. This LUDUM Dare lasts 3 days. Starts Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern and ends Sunday 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to end at 6, which means, or 4 p.m., which means I'm going to publish it at 4, which means I need to set some things up for that. Probably the first thing I need to do is get my Ninja build set up again. And I think if I did this, it would do it. So I got to set up the HTML build. Okay, that's taking way too long. So let's do. Oh, wow, you stinky butt. No. 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 It has it right. Oh. There we go. Yes. It's the final stretch. And there's not much more I can do for it. I could, like, break my back for it, but that was not my goal with this at all. So let me find. Just gotta find the folder that I did this in. Okay, so I need to go into LUDUM Dare here. C++, do I have LUDUM Dare? Okay. Raylib. LUDUM Dare, Raylib, LUDUM Dare 58. So this is what I had. So I basically need to take all my code. I just got to prove this out once, so later when I try it again, it's not a disaster. So let's open up here. We'll do new tab, go here into this guy. I want all this source code in here. And then, it's going to be a nightmare now that I think about it, because I'm missing a ton of stuff. Oh well, we will survive. Okay, that's actually, I need the one in examples. I did like a really janky WebAssembly outline. So it's gonna be a little rough around the edges, but we'll do it. So I pasted all this stuff in here. So I need to paste in here. Yeah, in here. So we're looking for web basic. And instead we're going to change that to game C. And then we need to do all these other things. I've been trying to do one of these for a bit, and I kept delaying. And that's just par for the course, it feels like. No, I do pretty good. Okay, ding, 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 ding. So I need the array. Keep things kind of in order. Okay, so that's that. And then save that. Go here. Do that again. Build. So Ninja should fail. Okay, what are we missing? Unknown type name, size T, and LD58 type H. Be a lot better if I was just pointing to the directory that I have my source code in. Yeah, terrifying is right. Very terrifying. So this is the dir I want to point to. So we're just going to point to it directly. None of this like fancy stuff. All right. That way, if I change the code, it'll reflect. So now it says, let's see what we got up here. We've got, let's do clear. Up, Ninja. Okay, start from the top, see what we got. So in here in GG Arena, we say unknown type name size T. So GG Arena, are you in there? Yes, I am. So let's have a look at GG Arena. Yeah, you're using size T, but you don't have the header for it. And the bigger problem here is I copy and pasted this. So this is over here. It's not going to be in here. So let's just do it here and then we'll copy it over there. So this is going to be include std lib h. I think that has size t. std lib. So we're just missing that. And in here, I need to edit this. Add that, include std lib, jump up here. Okay, so now we go to the top, and now we have a new issue, which is type def requires a name, missing declarations. The enum doesn't have a name, so it needs a name for ticket error and all that stuff. So we go into here and we do ticket error s, and I really think it just wants a name like that on all of these. Okay, run that again. All right, let's see if we got rid of the ticket issues. Yes. Okay, next we say format string is not a string literal, potentially insecure. Okay. It's true. It's not a string literal. That's okay. Why not just make it one for the sake of, you know, just building the habit. So this actually should have been something like this, %s, comma. So just do that to get rid of its complaint. And then we'll do clear screen, ninja. Okay, great. And now it's complaining about, I did this, didn't I? Let's check again. Oh, wow. I'm not changing sprintf to something else. Who cares? Terrifying. What's terrifying? Tell me what's terrifying. All right. So we've got here return flight. Incompatible pointer types. Flight T. Returning with result type. Okay, great. So what method are we talking about? It doesn't tell me which, but it tells me the line. So it's line 33 in LD58 type array. AD58 33 33. Right here. Flight array. Get flight before time. It actually should not be an array. We're getting one of them. Good catch. And then here, yeah, that looks fine. What? Oh, yeah, redefinitions. We got to fix the fact that I redefined this. Put a semicolon here. Okay, run it again. Is it gonna work? Okay, find the actual issues. Undeclared. Okay, so that's easy. Great. Run again. Failed stop, subcommand failed. So what's today's issue? Okay, well, we can just not use debug break in this project. which would just be in here. So debug break. Just want to get all the noise out of that build output. Focus on the actual problem. Great. All right, we're looking a lot better. Memcopy. So, what's up with memcopy? And am I using it in this project? So just the current project, memcopy. Okay, all of them are using memcopy. Did I not include stuff that I needed? Let's do a check. Anywhere I'm doing this array stuff. STK types, no. It's going to be the older ones. So do I have any older ones? Test build might be the oldest. GG Arena. Does GG Arena have it? stdlib. So unfortunately, bots use. Are you kidding me? I don't want to use. I'm done. You're bye. I'm gonna have to go use Google for the first time ever. String H. Okay, run this again. Okay. Incompatible pointer types struck to that. I don't care about incompatible pointer types, so we will do win compatible pointer types. Okay, so this is that struct pointer type def struct pointer. Okay, we'll just do that for each of them. That's an easy fix anyways. I can add that to my gen. So I don't have to do this next time. And then I need to come up with a way to really make WebAssembly simple and pleasant to use. Okay, we're down to this many. And item is going to be I wonder if this will work. I might have to do the struct. Yeah, 6. So we do struct like that. We're down to 5. Okay, good. So code gen would really fix this part of it, but that's okay. Struct. Day scorecard underscore T struct. It's like every day the stupid spam on Twitch. Bye. Okay. Sweet. This is really good. Okay, so now I just have to include some C files for the arena stuff. And I can just do a direct path to it. GG Arena and GG Arena H. Let's just do GG Arena here. Let's edit the right one. I need to save the command I'm using here, so I don't have to think about it. Okay, great. Okay, what do we got now? Undefined symbol, create arena, game C. Okay, great. So let's go into game C and see what I am missing. Game C, we did not include GG Arena at this level. Okay, so we have it now. Do it again. And interesting. Let's build GG Arena. Arena alloc, 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 alloc. Undefined arena create. Okay, so let's jump. Right here. You're contained in GG Arena. So you are here. Oh, I am not actually doing this. Well, I am. AMC platform web. There we go. Build. Great. Okay, way closer. Okay, now we have some debug breaks still, and that's in GG Arena C. So let's go in here and see what the debug break is. We're going to, for web, we're going to comment you out. Do it again. Ooh, LUDUM Dare 57. Okay, and then we can go to localhost. It says LUDUM Dare 57. We'll fix that, and we got nothing. Rage. Okay, this is fine. What we're gonna do is we're going to take a look here. So this said something about an HTML file. This one, shell LUDUM Dare. Great. So we're going to do one of these guys, and we're going to swap it out with the original, which I think is in the examples folder. That's okay. So here in examples, others, no, make files, web, there's like an HTML file somewhere. It's in source. Absolute paths for the lose. I just want to use the original shell file. So then I need to do that. Build Ninja. The reason why I want to use the original shell file is that it provides me a better look into the output errors. And you just work like that. Okay, so no textures and no sound effects. Now the great part is it has the console on the bottom. So I can look at the console, but I don't need all this extra stuff. As a matter of fact, I just need to be able to read it. So I didn't copy over the resources, so the resources would not work. So let's copy over the resources. Care games, here, resources. It's all this stuff, but none of these things. And it's not all of these things. It's these things. So copy those. And where's my target folder? That would be up in here. This is my target folder. Paste all that stuff in there. Nope, it needs to go in the resources folder. There we go. Go up, get rid of your bell and your ticket, and then delete sounds. And then this is the wrong folder. Okay, we'll try this again. We got nothing. So I'm going to do the path to working directory, but it says, yeah, these things failed to load, and it's not telling me what directory. Oh, ... Yeah, that's why that didn't work. Okay, so we're not going to go up a directory. We need to go into a directory. So for the sake of this, I'm going to just run off of the ifdef, if webdef stuff. So that's ifdef win32, like I've been doing. Okay, so we have the web, platform web, right? We have platform web, do this, else, and else this. So we're going to take this, go to load, or we're going to do resources. All right, all this stuff, this entire block of things. One will be Windows, and the other one will be the web platform. Okay, and now you get rid of the ... and you just do direct. There we go, build. So we'll do another build here. Oh, no. Okay. So we'll just do another one of these real quick. Verify that. Okay, so I've changed more things, but I don't know where those other things are. So we need to do a little bit of checking. This worked. So that wasn't it. What did I do? What could I have done in the short period of time that messed everything up? Let's get it back to like a stable state. First off, we'll run it. That. Do a little bit of clicking. Print him the wrong flight. I hear all my sound effects. Bye-bye. And my shift did bad. Perfect. Okay. It can't be this. It worked like 2 seconds ago. No work to do. You were just telling me you didn't work. And now the build's fine? Yeah, I really don't like your little behavior there, buddy. Okay, let's look at chat. Don't want to forget about them. Comp area of misery and despair. Yes. Okay, let's see what we got here. So it says that parameter of constant discards qualifiers here. LD button. First class that. Am I missing something here? I mean, these errors just popped out of nowhere, so. D&D, first class, no, those are just I'm silly errors that don't matter. So let's jump back here. We want this, like that, run the ninja build. No, passing argument to text here. Oh, LD button. LD button should be a const. That's the issue. Perfect. All right, so I'm starting to learn some quirks of this compiler, which I want my code to be more dependable. So these are a few things. Let's just run a quick note-taking session here because I don't want to lose sight of this. That one doesn't matter. You need to include, just write some of these down. We need standard lib. We need string for memcopy. Debug is Windows only, so do a if on it. Okay, what else do we got? And we're going to want to fix these as we go anyways, so here we go. GG Arena, const char pointer for things we aren't changing. Okay, and then resource paths can act differently based on build, web versus Windows. Okay, and next we got my same thing there, level loader, that. Type defs need name at the end, even for enums. Okay, great. Gotta have type matching too. That was a mistake. So here I want this to be okay, we got all that done. And great. Fix HTML build. Push. We've built the latest. Jump into here, reload. Oops, reload this. See JavaScript console. Uh-oh. Wonderful. Okay, let's try this. Oh, yeah, this should... Okay, well... I think I know what the issue is. But we're going to do in stages. Wait a second. This is not supposed to be here. We'd be double setting that loop. That's totally wrong. What did I just delete? Yeah, you don't want that twice. There we go. Okay. And then what does the console say about loading the textures? So we go through working directory, failed to open file. So what instead we're going to do is not use the period. We're going to jump into the folder, resources, sounds. Okay. We don't need all of them. We only need the ones we need, but do this, run the Ninja, go again. Okay, we still got a problem. Failed to open file. So now we're going to get rid of the slash. I don't know why, but hey. Okay, I think that worked. Nope, it failed. So next we're going to just do a little quick check here. So right here. Yeah, this is not the same. Okay, so we copy this into here. When is this made? It's just made. So we've got resources, sounds, game bells right there. Okay, well, fine. Yeah, it's not in here. No, sounds. Game bell. Yeah. Okay. Init audio device. Init audio device, and then we go into init first. And in init first, we are loading sounds. Resources. I guess I'm not unloading sound or closing the audio device when you shut down, but that's okay. I'm risky. LUDUM Dare 57. What? Oh, okay, that's stuff I'm drawing on there. Let's just see if I can get to the end of the day screen. Okay. Oh. How am I running it right now? I think I used Python or something. Yeah, I did Python MHTTP server. Oh, here, failed open file. Make sure you have preload file in the compiler argument. So what is the compiler argument? So let's just assume that this is Ninja preload file. Yep. Okay. So so that would be in my CMakes. I would need to have EMSC. Okay, so what do we got here? Get out of here. So here, preload file resources. There we go. And where is that going to be part of? That's going to be my EMCC. So let's have a look at CMakes list. EMCC. Are you in here? Okay, so raysan 5, raylib. Okay, EMCC, build zig, make file. How am I going to tell it to preload the stuff? Config. Let's look for config plus equals. Config plus equals. It's in the make file. Is it in CMake anywhere? No, it's in the make file. Plus equal. You know what? Look for preload file. I'm sure he's already done this. Yeah. Yeah. Build web resources. Okay. So he's got it there. He's got it here too. If exist resources dir. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's in here. It's resources dir. And it's preload file. So it should be in my CMake. Yeah, right here. So what is my resources dir? It is resources dir example name. Yeah, it's all this stupid stuff, but reality is I don't need to do much. I just need to do a little. So in here, in this, not build, but here, be up here? No. It's going to be in source? No, it's in the resources folder. Examples. Where's the resources? I've got examples for whatever. We'll just also put a hard-coded path to my resources folder. I don't want to give all the resources, so I'm just going to pick something. Okay, we'll get rid of this, and then we'll do one. Yes, it's going to be in here. Invalid escape character C. Okay, we're going to make this forwards, 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 forwards. Do it again. Great. And then we do the last step. Ninja. Okay, now it should. There we go. There you go. Victory. Okay, great. So now we can get rid of the shell stuff that I did and go back to using the original. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Bam. Build. Ninja. Move it over here. Move this over here. Reload. Funny guy. Funny guy. What's the issue? Audio button is null. Okay. The issue is that the version that I have of the shell needs this audio button. Otherwise it won't work. So I need to edit that file and add back the thing I removed. Shell. LUDUM there. Yes. Okay, so my problem was that I stripped this thing down and it just gave you a black screen. So we'll get it to the baseline and then we'll start just removing stuff. There's basically a stupid button that's missing. Audio button that I deleted right here, called button audio. Yep, this button. 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row actually, but good seeing ya. Big old hatchling. Hatchling. It's hatchling. Let's do style equals display none. Save. Okay, we get rid of and then we get rid of this one here. It says stripped Bam. No work to do. You're high. Let's do this. Okay, great. All right, I'm going to now package this up and ship it. So I've got everything in here. We don't need all of these. Let's only send what we need. So we got game bell, bell PNG. There's 2 sound effects, printer 3 and game bell. Resources are these 2. All right, great. And then we go back, examples, or no, we do build, examples, and then this is gonna have all this garbage in here. So what I would do instead, I would just delete this. And then see. Yeah, it's built in, so you don't need to do that. So let's delete all of this, delete that. This is where I'm running from, right? So let's do that, Python. It's build examples. Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay, so now we want to do the next step, which is set up the itch.io page. I also want to rename this to index.html. Go back here. This should be gone. Perfect. Ta-da! Okay. Perfect. Oh, whoops. Here. That. Gear Games. Dashboard. LUDUM Dare. It's actually not 50A7, it's 58. Okay. HTML to zip. Okay, so we're gonna delete that one, but let's do this. Boom. Add to archive, zip, examples, zip, upload, examples, zip, file we played in browser, upload files, it's already done. Okay, the size. Viewport dimensions. So the viewport dimensions is actually init window. It is 1000 by 600. Great. Save. View page. Loading game for first time. Run game. And here we are. All right, we've proven out that you can do it. So now I just got to work on graphics and such. Okay, that took up a whole hour. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. So now I just want to do the final touches here. So check in progress. We need to fix bugs. There was a weird one where it was printing and it sent something off to the universe. So B returning needs to be set to false whenever we generate a new ticket, which was not happening. So returning is set to false, so that's not it. How did it get to... Oh, maybe its position was wrong. For like 2 seconds, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe I got clicked when it was coming out. It can't be clicked while it's printing, so we'll jump here. B printing. B returning. How about B held? So if it's not thrown, then it can be held. That's the problem. It's actually not. If it's printing, it shouldn't be able to be. Yeah. That's what happened. It got nabbed while it was being printed. But hey, why not? Let's see what happens when you do that. I gotta get rid of that security button because it doesn't do anything. Here, and then... Okay, good. So that was what it was. Be printing. Okay, get rid of the security button because we did not get that far. Okay, security button gone. Flight chooser. Very simple. Great. So what could we do? We could make the computer screen look a lot better. Do 1990s computers. Oof. Why am I getting to this weird website? It's like... Okay, DuckDuckGo. Really, every photo's from the stupid AR-inspired pencil.com. Back off. Here we go. This guy looks cool. It's still from AR-inspiredpencil.com. What? Oh. Rage. We're gonna go with this one here. Okay, boom. So I think we could do a little bit of this. So the image I got to work with is from here to here. It's gray. Then I have my buttons that I could make better. And then I have the guy, which I could draw. It's 100 pixels wide. We could have 200 pixel wide. Just a silhouette of a body. Something like that. And then I'm going to use a 100 by 100 grid. Okay, so his head's going to be somewhere above this. So we're going to do Something simple to start. We'll just do a filled in rectangle. That's about right. Move this over. Move this to the center, rather. Okay, and then just round off the shoulders. All right, good enough. Then we make this white. And then I could just draw different colors for different people. So we'll call this body. Save as body PNG. Jump back over here. Load texture. Bam, body texture, body, voila. Bell texture, body texture, ticket texture. There we go. Okay. Now we find out where I'm drawing the circle. Draw circle. Great. Draw texture. And then we'll do body. 175.50. Let's do blue. And then we can pick kind of a random set of things. Okay, good. We'll move that down a bit. That's kind of small looking. How did I make it so small? I guess my canvas is this big, and for some reason I made it super small because I needed it to be twice as wide. Before I save that, let's have a look at how it looked again. This person would be so tiny, you know? Such a tiny person. It's a big head. Okay, and then we can just knock them down. 100. Okay, move them to the left. Move them to the right. A little bit more and down a little bit. Good enough. And then we can just change the color. Just make that part of passenger. Color, shirt color. Great. Then we go into generate passenger, which is in the loader. Passenger shirt color equals generate shirt color. Bam. And then that will return a shirt color. Good. And we'll just do void generate shirt color. Color. Great. And then we can return black and get rid of that. Turn black for now. I'm gonna wire everything up. What? Shirt color is not. It's right here. And you put it on game state. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay, we go into game C here. We do shirt color. Shirt color. All right, shirt color, bam. Okay, that's enough information that it could be different each time. We're gonna now see that it's gonna be black, great. And then we'll just pick a bunch of random cheap colors that generate from Ludum Dareland. Bing, bing, boom. Here we go. So we'll just do int rand equals get value, random value, and we'll do 0 to 10. Then we'll just do a switch on rand, and then we'll do case 0 break. You know what? I don't care about doing it this way. I'll do it this way. If rand equals 0, return red, blue. Let's do light blue or sky blue. No, we need something that's not existing. Yellow, brown, black, orange. Let's see what colors you got. OB, what are all my colors? Here we got all these bad boys. Let's just take them all. Magenta. Let's just take them all. All the basic colors that we have here. There we go. That. Delete all those. Return that, comma, if, oops. If rand equals 0, great. Okay, those are all the predefined colors, which is all I want to work with. Okay, we don't want any of the grays. We don't want red. No, we do want red. We don't want blue. And we don't want pink. And that should be good. We'll get rid of ray white. Get rid of blank. Get rid of that one. Okay, and then we just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We put a little 17 in here. And then we return black if it doesn't work, which it will work. Go like this, else, build, start the game. It already looks a lot better. Wow, They change colors. Derp. Okay, next. What's next? What's next? I don't want to be able to drag the paper out of bounds like that, because then you could drop it out of bounds, you can't see it, and then you've basically soft locked the game. So, is held. Held. Be held. Be held, be held. Be held. So what we want to do is, if it's held, we're changing the offset, right? Held offset. No, we're not. We're using held offset somewhere though. Here, yeah, held, if held. Okay, so what we want to do is, no matter how much you push it to the left, it does not move off the screen. So we would say, if ticket position is less than 0, ticket position equals 0. That should be enough to do this. Why? X. Okay, try that again. So no matter what I do, it won't go past that. And then this one would be you're going to do the movements of the position before or after you find out if it's big. Okay, that's a fair assessment. What you need to do is figure out, let's do the y value too now. So the y was, what is my y value? My y value is 600. So we've got 1,000 for x, and then 600 for y. So if y is less than 0, we're going to block u as well. Okay, now got that. Whew. Hatchling, are you there? Hello. You came in and said hi and disappeared on me. So I think we have size. Yes, we do. And so what is big size? I think I just did size x times 3 and I just kept that, right? But I would imagine 240 would be in here somewhere. Yeah, it's 240. So if it's big would be 240, 150. Regular would be 80, 50. Okay, great. So then we're going to do a quick check if it's big or if it's not. We want to force it to be a certain position. So we're going to do if ticket be big, then we're going to say, okay, well, if your ticket position, if ticket position dot x plus, no. The right side of the screen's 1,000. So if it's greater than 1,000, we've got a problem. But because of the width, we're actually going to do greater than that minus 240. And then we say ticket position x equals 1,000 minus 240. Great. Then we do the same thing for y. And then for the small one, we do the same thing, but with different numbers. Instead of the big numbers, it's a small one. So it'd be 80, 80, 50, 50. Okay, so now I shouldn't be able to drag this off the screen. Okay, nope. Now when it's big, I can't drag it off the screen either. So that keeps me good. But is it changing something? I shouldn't be... Okay. So offset's getting broken. Because offset's set when you click. So when I do this, I could just make it to where you click on it and it just goes to the center of the mouse. So then if I go to the edge and I drag off, it's going to go to the center of the mouse. I drag back on. It just doesn't know where my mouse is anymore. Oh no, it does work. There's nothing wrong because the cutoff point's here. I should draw a line from here to here where that cutoff occurs, so you know. Okay, where is that? Big. True, so it's at the 400 marker, so we're going to do a render on the desk. That'd be table desk. We're going to do a line, boom, draw a rectangle, bam, X, that. We're not going to go 1,000 across, we're going to go 2, and we're going to go all the way down, and we're going to do black. Okay, let's make that like a brown color. Dark brown, we'll make it 4. And then we'll move it to the left, 2. Good, so when I do all this crazy stuff and come back, and then this, it moving like that, that's kind of janky. So I think we need to translate the offset. When we're on the right, the offset needs to get 3 times as big, and when we're on the left, it needs to get smaller. So that's good, actually. Well, is that right? Yeah, that's right. That's right. The offset, we have to map them back and forth. So then be big equals true. So that would be mouse button offset. This thing right here, held offset, which is these guys. If it's big, no, if so wherever it starts, when it flips, we need to change the held offset. Okay, and then we would say take a position let me just think about it visually for a second. Holding it in the center, so when I am in the small and I switch to big, whatever my offset is needs to change. needs to scale by 3. And then when it goes to small, it needs to scale by 1 divided by 3. Grab it by the top corner. We're in the top corner still. Wonderful. Test it a little bit more. Ding, 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 ding. Grab it by the stamp. Top right corner stamp. D. Boom. 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 Done. And a bug. So current passenger. How is it that the current passenger is disappearing? There has to be some initialization issues, because it doesn't happen every time. So what we could do with get next passenger, no. What we could do with load generate passengers is we can make sure to set up all the defaults. Ticket return, all of these things need to be set. Printed. It's interesting. So what is it that's going on? That's just nuts. Those guys didn't have shirt colors. Did it reuse people? I think my clear function might be broken. Clear level. Passengers. I just set them to 0. So when you do generate passenger... Ooh, okay. I wonder. I set you to 0. I'm not calling free. I'm not calling this. I shouldn't have that occur, but why not? Check. This guy. Sky. Sky is not a valid color. Sky blue. You know what? If you hit the bell and the current passenger is gone, then maybe I should like have an indication of people that are in line. Just have them be like smaller versions of the main guy. You know, but they're just like lined up. That right there. So I click, 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 and I threw it. It's like we had a ticket. Ticket was returning. I just don't get that. It's supposed to delete all the other tickets too. So that's interesting. Because I just triggered it again. So somebody disappears. Because it says he's done. If I click fast enough, no, because we do this. There's no way this would run twice. There's no asynchronous stuff going on here. This stuff here I need to stop doing. I just need to give the main ticket and not the layover ticket. Well, never do the double ticket. I think the double ticket's the problem right here. So this should never happen. Matter of fact, this should never happen. Okay, so if the random is above 10, then we would give the layover. Otherwise, we give... No, let's just do 50-50. All right, try this again. Still happening. And I could trigger it pretty consistently if I keep throwing it on there. Right there at the end, I just slammed it, and then, so let's look. I go into the thing, I click, I get layover, or those are the passengers. So I've got regular, layover, regular, regular. Oh, I tried returning a ticket, but there's no passenger. We're not cleaning up the tickets is probably the bigger problem. So why not instead, if there's no passenger, then you need to get rid of, or yeah, no current passenger, get rid of all the tickets. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to add that to part of the update loop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so now if I do that trick, so why does the last guy come in and he disappears? So that would be a good check. So we do generate next passenger. If game state pointer dot current passenger does not equal null, then we want to print out some of its data. We need to print out things like first name, last name. We need to print out is returned. Oh. If you click it fast enough, ticket given. Ticket given. Where do you get set to true? You get set to true down here. We change the current passenger here. We say ticket given true. Shouldn't be able to just have somebody disappear like that. There has to be printing extra tickets. You know what? It's this code here. All right, so it's our returning code. Be returning. This code's happening, but we got all this stuff. So it's not visible. It skips. So should not be coming back. Right? And then when I click this, I had some cleanup code here. I say if you're not null and you're set as being done, then we're going to go through all the tickets and we're going to mark them as visible false. And you know what? We're going to do be returning is false as well. That way there's no way that's, well, I guess it could still happen, but try to stop it a little bit. So he's coming out. It's the last guy. When we're on the last guy, it seems to consistently do it. So why don't I do it a little differently? We've got this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, it's the 6th guy. So let's see what happens on the 6th guy, because that's the problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th click. Okay, let's try again, and this time we're going to do three. It's number 4. It's number 5 or 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's the one. 7. Okay, well, so after the 6th bell press, I set the breakpoint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is one that disappears. 7. Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 7th. Go into get next passenger. I want to see like what is his meltdown. Ding. You're not null. Okay. All done is true. We've got length 6. We got length 6. Ah. Yeah. This is the problem. We're not going to get the next guy, but we need to finish this one. Right? So we go through it, but we don't do all the other stuff. So, and we don't even verify his stuff. This is in all ways not a good spot. So we get through, validate him. Okay, well, if you got here, we can validate. Okay, good. So let's just get rid of this for now. This shouldn't have been happening. Okay, and then when we get to the one where it's null and it throws the error, we'll do a little checking again, and then we'll fix that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That worked. So we'll try this again. This time we're gonna okay, and then we're gonna try to send him away. One more time. All right. We've got 2 hours left. Fixed. Okay, so what we want to do is set up some of the levels, really, because we have a whole bunch. So I would go with, we generate the flights, we generate the passengers. Level 1 has that many. Level 2 can have like 10, right? And then level 3 will have more. Level 3 can have like 15. And then level 4 can have 15. And level 5 can have 15. Let's do 20 on the last one. Okay. So then that gives a lot of length to it. We're going to run out of seats. I just want to experience that doing it the correct way. So we got Tampa to E to E, W, Outlawn, Autumn Doe. We have Charlotte Shoemaker, TPA to EYW. I just want to see how long these take. Okay, we've got TPA to whatever, so her flight needs to be. John Smith, he's going to, they're all going to the same place, and there's no tickets left. Whoops. Okay, T to DFW. This stuff needs to reset when you cancel. So when I hit this cancel button, it needs to be cleared. Okay. We need to show first class at the bottom left corner. Passengers upgraded and downgraded are good. That would be a quick way to add gameplay to it. Passenger upgrade, passenger downgrade. Draw green FC for first class, and then to do printed for the one that's printed. So then we would know, like, okay, this is a legit, this is a print. Oh yes, one more thing. Max prints, to do max prints, 1 per person. So that means that if I print the wrong ticket, no, you could do 2 prints, and then it's like, no more print, max print. Okay, give that to them. Keep on going, because we are going to run out of flights because of time. Take it. What do we got here? DFW to GLS. Print. Give it. Boom. Good job. I think I did. One guy got no ticket because there was no flights. Okay, next one. What do we got here? TPA to GNV. Oops. GNV confirm. Print. All right, take it. By the time I'm printing, I just assume I have it right. Okay. Oh, we're out of tickets. Next. GNV. Okay, so I'm moving along. I'm at 8. So if I hit noon, I run out of tickets because of the way I set it up. DFW HRL. TPA to DFW. We need a lot more tickets for TPA to DFW because that's the main layover. Boom. Okay, I got 8 points today. I didn't give one a ticket, so that's that. Ding. Susan Doe. FFL. Okay. GNV. Tina Washington. If I had more time, I could have done a lot more with this. There's a lot of cool things now that I think about it. Roger Santos, go. Autumn Johnson. Okay, I don't want to print more tickets because then I'll cause problems. So I should be running out of flights. Yep. TPA to FFL, that's another one. CSW, that's another one. EY, yeah, that one's gone too. DFW HRL. I think I'm going to make the first class tickets sparse. Maybe I should choose the flight counts based off of the passenger data, and if you get the first class, second class wrong, then you'll have the mismatches. So you always can send somebody as long as you don't set up the flights wrong. That'd probably be nice and make it a little less confusing for some, but we shall see. DFW. Bam. I did bad on that day because there's no way to win on that day. Alright, I got to get to day 5. I need to do a full playthrough. Ah, shoot, I should have timed how long it took. We'll save that for later. Okay, so now I need to record. I need to show if it's a first class ticket or not. So we have that information already set. So then when I render the tickets, we could do ticket render texture 2D, I think is what I did, and then the tickets, yes. So when we're rendering these tickets, we need to check and see if they are first class. If they're first class, the bottom left corner should say FC. And then the printed one in the top middle, we should have it say red printed. Or was it reflight, reschedule, rebooking? I'll call it rebooking. So we need rebooked, and then we'll have first class. So if we do if ticket first class, right? So we are getting first class somewhere. Where are we doing that? Oh no, the ticket's already going to be marked as first class. Take this, draw. We want first class to be in green. Boom, signifying that you're special. FC. And then these things, they're okay. You need to make sure that you wrote down this stuff. 240 by 150. So the bottom's going to be 150. So here where it says from where to where, we're going to want to do 5 from the left, a little bit above the bottom green, first class, done. And then rebooked will be if it is printing. Printing, no, it needs to be we gotta mark the tickets as if they're a new ticket. Okay, so this is ticket type. I think ticket type is it. Yeah, okay. So ticket type. You're going to be red, and you're going to go on the top in the middle. So 250 minus rebooked, which would be at the top in the middle. So we have 240, 120, 120, 120 minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 characters, 20 size. We're going to go with 80, and we're going to go 5 pixels from the top. Let's see what we get. Okay, ding, click, 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 confirm, do a first class. Okay, so first class is just that thing in the bottom left corner. Rebooked can go lower a little bit. It's very obvious. So we'll take you down 10 pixels. All right, let's do a little bit of test running. So we'll give you that back. I want to get a natty first class. That's a first class. Boom. TPA to DFW, confirm, and then first class print. Boom, rebooked. Gotcha. Okay, this one is not, so we're going to print a regular. Boom, rebooked. We can go down 2 more pixels. You know what would be cool is if we didn't go down, we went down 1 more, but we drew 2 lines. Draw a line, and then we draw it from like between the text. So we would go 80 width. So we would do 75 to a, what is it? That's the starting point. So we would do like 12. And then I would finish the line by going all the way to the right, and say the right is like 90, 20, let's just do 120, 12, red. We do 2 lines like that, right? So the other one can be, I don't know, 16, right? So we got these lines across. Style points is what I call that. So here's a problem, is that you can't tell as you pull if it's first class or not on this first one here. That's a little annoying. I think what I'll do is I'll add a sprite for that, because that's easy enough to do like that. And then I'll add a couple, because I think I could fit 4 in here. I could, but I need to do it right. They can't be touching. There we go. And then this one can go here. Like that. And then the last one will just fit like that. Okay, great. And then we want to do the first class and just do like some scribbly F C. So we want that. So this one will be first class. And then the one on, then we would have the rebooking lines, which would just be red. Oops. Like that. Okay, great. So that's your first class rebooked. So then I would just, I'm going to do from the bottom left corner, copy, paste. There we go. And then this we can do from the bottom right corner to the top left, copy, paste. There we go. All right. Export, 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 export. Yes, good. Okay, now we've got something real nice because now we can have them be big, small, and everything. So here's my use of big texture. And so now in here, I'm going to do an if ticket first class, and ticket rebooked. Oops, printed. Ticket type, printed. And then we'll have different coordinates for each. Bam. Okay. Cut, paste, paste. And then we can do else. Great. Now the difference is just the y coordinates. So we'll start with this one. We've got first class and printed, which starts here on this coordinate, which is 50. First class printed is 50. Then we have first class with nothing else, which is probably going to be 100. Yep, 100. And then you have reprinted, but not first class, which is going to be 150. And that's 150. Okay, great. We just made the game better by doing almost nothing. See that? Light chooser, DFW to HRL, confirm, print. Bam, rebooked. Tiny one, big one, tiny one, big one. And the rebooked is probably a little bit more left. Okay, give that Bing. He's a beginner. DFW. Rebooked. Bink. Get out of here. Next. Oh, okay. It needs to print with the correct ink too, and it wasn't doing that. Because if you do this, So it's going to not show first class until it spits out and then it shows it. That's wrong. Okay. So now we need to do this. And we do B printing. Printing. Right here. Now we're going to do printing again. Ding. Click, click, click. Let's do GNV. Print. There you go. Rebooked. No tickets. TPA to DFW. Regular guy. Mike Shoemaker. DFW. Nope, he's not first class. He's that one. If you can upgrade people, I'm going to give you 2 points. Correct flight and upgraded. And then if you don't give them the right one, you get minus 2 points. Okay? So let's do that. So game scorecard. Game scorecard. Game card. Scorecard. Day scorecards. Okay, so downgraded, lose 2 points. Upgraded, gain 2 points, or gain a point, gain 1 point. Okay, so we got downgraded and upgraded. Now we're going to do the check, which is here. Get next passenger, because we do the scoring in here. So if Unk is downright speed running. That's right, man. I am speed running right now. Okay, so we've got all this stuff. And the only way you can get an upgrade is if you are in the happy customer category. So let's do bool happy customer equals false. And then we'll just do if happy customer that. And then we'll take these 3 guys. Oof. How about you just do this? There we go. Okay, great. And then if you have happy customer, then you can do a check and it could say if ticket, do I have the ticket in here yet? I do. Printed ticket. And do I have the original? No, we need the original. I hope I didn't go and change this value to something else. That would be bad. No, I didn't. Great. No, I might have right here. No, I did. I did fine. Good. So then we get the original ticket. Original ticket. And then the original ticket, we're going to check and see if it's first class. So if it's first class and ticket first class does not equal printed ticket first class, then this guy was downgraded. So we're going to do scorecard happy customer minus minus. He's not happy. So you don't get points for this guy anymore. Then we're going to do scorecard downgraded plus plus, and that's a fail. Okay, now we do the same logic, but we say not first class, and they don't equal means you've got upgraded. You're first class. Uh-oh. So happy customer and upgraded. So we'll do, oh no, we already have happy customer, so we'll leave the happy customer and they're upgraded. So you get extra points for that stuff. All right, now we want to go to int score, which is this, and let's just do probably want this to be a function, but whatever. Yeah, let's break this out into a quick function. So we're going to do input scorecard and just get it. So it'll be something stupid. Int this calc score from scorecard, boom, scorecard that, return that. And then we can do minus downgrades times 2 plus scorecard upgraded times 2. Great. Do int score day. Okay, let's do this. Bam. FFL. Do the best that I can. Try to get it right. Okay, you're good. Next. And then we could add like a speed aspect to your score, like how quick you were. And the speed based off of time of day, I guess. For now, boom, rebook, go. Flight chooser, we got DFW to GRK. So what I need to do is have all the flights start out full. Then calculate how many for each. No, just iterate through and subtract from the open seats until you fill everything up. So then you have exactly enough to do it right. And then some of them you can add a first class to. End of shift. What do we got here? Happy customer, incorrect flight, no ticket dividend, daily score. Okay, so there were some there were no first class flights on that one. He's first class. So let's get his wrong. Can't help it. And get to the end here. Okay, Gloria Santos, DFW, go, go, go. DFWGRK. Click, click. Go. First class. Bam, don't have any. We're gonna get really messed up with all these downgrades. You know what? This is where the vouchers would come in. Okay. Yeah, it would take quite a bit of time, but this is where the vouchers would come in, because then you could just be like, oh, let me give them a voucher, but we're not doing that. I did what I could with the time I had. DFW GRK, and I'm going to keep working on this afterwards. So that cancel button needs to be fixed to deselect things. Confirm, cancel, end of shift. Okay, so we've got 7 happy customers. We've got 0 incorrect flights, 2 no tickets given, and I did not include the new score info. So that's sad for the person. Okay, so we want to add upgraded. Graded. We're going to do the amount, and then we're going to say what that means. So upgraded, we'll do upgraded, which is going to be scorecard upgraded times 2, like that. And then that'll be the plus points. And then here we'll do minus points. And then downgraded, because downgrading is not exciting for the customer. At least I'm getting there. Okay, and that's 15, 15, 135, 5, 150. You are now 20 more than that, put you at 160. And then you need to be 20 more than that. Right, so what were you before? So 15, so you should be 175. Okay, let's get that scorecard going. Let's upgrade Mike Washington to, I mean, even if they go to the wrong place, they lose points. So come on, we gotta upgrade somebody. I don't think there's any. There's one here. Okay, and then the rest can just be trash. Okay, so we've got happy customers 2, incorrect flight 0, no ticket given 4, upgraded 1, so that's a +2, downgraded 0, daily score 0. So that's 2. That should be a minus. We could put pluses and minuses on all of them then, because it makes it clear, right? So plus, minus, minus. There we go. And maybe the tab works on this. Does tabs work? Wouldn't that be nice? Then they'd be all lined up almost. Okay, and then we'll just do commas. Okay, run that again. I didn't put the right value. Okay, that does look better. But it's definitely not tabbing. So all that tab stuff was a waste. So we'll go back to spaces. You know what? I bet you if I just did this, they would kind of match anyways. No. A little better, but still doesn't match. Why doesn't it match? Because of stupid reasons. So this one's pretty good. Downgraded, we'll just do one space more. Upgraded, we'll do 2. No ticket given, we'll give it 2, and this one we'll give it 2. Just run that again and see if that matters at all. It probably doesn't. They have bodies, yes. I've gotten further. And they have different color bodies. Those are shirts. Okay, yeah, this looks a little better. I'd say this is as good as it's going to get without me. Oh, no, it's not as good as it's going to get. Actually, I know exactly how to make it better. You do this. And then you do this. And you do this. Okay, so what do we got here? This should be a quote. We'll delete until here. We'll delete until here. Delete until here. We'll copy this. We'll delete until here. Great. So now the simple solution is to take these guys, line them up. Okay, and let's just do that. Okay, then copy them all, paste, figure out a good starting point. We'll do something like this, right? So we'll do %d space minus %d like that. And then we'll figure out what the exact distance is here. We could try, let's try 600 to start. Okay, great. That looks way better. Next, we need to actually provide fake values here. So we're going to do something like ticket dash, or no, scorecard dash, and then we'll put in the values. What is going on here? Okay, this needs to be a comma. Comma, scorecard, great. Then we do happy customer, and then we do it again, happy customer. Do that on all of these. Okay, great. And you are now incorrect flight, copy, paste. You are no ticket given. And now you are upgraded. Upgraded times 2. You're downgraded times 2. And you are downgraded times nothing. Okay, great. Now everything's going to look a lot better when see, that looks better. And then we can just do a quick okay, and we'll do 620 on that one. Okay, great. That looks way better. And then we could do the daily score. Can move over as well. Great. So that definitely improves things. Okay, good. Sweet. Then we get the happy customer and upgraded, plus and minuses on those. Great. Next day. This one's going to take forever, so we're just going to spam. All right, minus 10. Good. Come on, where's the first class? There he is. Okay, and then we're at day 5. Done. Next day. Okay. So that's when the game ends, is when you're on day 5 and you start over. Okay, so let's see what I've got on my list now. Done. 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 This is a fun thing to do, but not now. We got to get main menu, which is just the play button, play and credits. And we have to do or end of game screen. Those two things. Okay. All right. Well, let's go to the game state pointer. There we go. And then we can just do int game main game screen. Bam. Here. game screen. So it's not comp screen, it's game screen. And then we'll do game screen, main menu, game screen, game screen credit, game screen, game over. That's not if you lose, it's just the game's over. Okay, and then you should be able to restart the game when you get to game over. All right, main menu. Let's do that one first. So this is 0. We'll make sure that in the init first, we set it to 0. Main green screen equals that. Great. So now we do a little bit of update. Yes, update. So in here we need to get all this stuff wrapped in the right thing. And the great part is it mostly is. So I could just do this. I could do void update game float delta time. Okay, and then we could do if that equals game. There we go. Take all this stuff. Copy. There we go. Bam. Start. Run. Nothing happens. Perfect. And I want mouse position to update on every update, regardless of which one we are in. Great, start again. And then, see, I'm able to interact with things, but that's because those are dealt with in the rendering layer. That's okay. Next thing we want is to move our render. And we do void render game float delta time. So then this would be all of this stuff needs to live outside of this. Okay, so then begin drawing, end drawing, what? Okay. You know what? The whole thing. They each will have their own begin and end drawings. Okay, great. Next we'll do else if main menu, and then we'll do render main menu delta time. Bam, I got that one. Up here, void. flight game thingy. 1,000 minus 500, 1,000. So that would be 500. Boom. Flight game thingy, and then we'll do 500. We'll put you down 200. Put you down 100. Boom. And then we can do button. Where's my button? LD button. Boom. Start game. 500. 300. Width. 50. 2. Red. False. False. Bam. Okay, let's see that. Start game needs to be bigger. Start game. Boom. Okay, great. We want the LD button to be that. A little bit bigger. Start game. Okay, good. We need the bell thing. To do, point to the bell if they haven't clicked it yet. Click bell once. How about this? Play sound bell. Okay, great. Right, this one here. Boom. Click bell once equals true. And then we could do game state pointer. Click bell once. Ding, 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 ding. And then we could do float, show bell, tool, tip, timer, time. Great. Okay, so for some reason this thing loves to wig out when I do this. And it's over nothing. Maybe like 2 spaces is too scary for it. Who knows? Show bell, tooltip, time, time, and timer. So we want to start a timer at the beginning of the game. And if they haven't pressed the button for 2 seconds, we start showing the thing until they click the button. Okay, great. So we're going to go into here. Boom, 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 boom. Timer starts at 0, and the time we'll just do 2. We'll do 1.5. Let's do 1 sec. 1.5. Because veterans will pass the time quickly and be fine. So now we're going to do game update, update game, right here. Boom, update game. Boom. Okay, so game state pointer dot that. If game state pointer bell once has not happened, we are going to increment this time plus equal delta time. Great. If it's, no, we don't need to do that here. We do that in render. Okay, great. So we'll just copy this here. We'll go into render, render game. Boom, render game. It's going to be kind of the topmost layer of things. We'll do it right here because that's showing the tickets, and we'll do this if that is greater than time. Boom. And if bell has not been clicked once, then click it. Draw text. Click me. 0, 0, 5, red. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, click me's there. Gone. Great. Click the bell. Please click the bell. Boom. Please click. No, that's not big enough. Let's do 10, 10, 10, and then we could do 24. Please click the bell. Okay, nothing there. Start. I wonder if I click on the left side of this button if it triggers the bell. No, it doesn't. Please click the bell. Okay, that's good enough. And we don't need to do the pointing to it. So now we have that. Now we need the end of the game screen. Man. Let's do credits first. The credits screen. I don't know why I need to do credits screen. I don't need one. But that's just fun. Game screen, credits. All right, we're now got a credit screen. So now we need render credit screen. Great, render credits. What are we gonna do on render credits? We'll just show who made what. Me. Done. Back. All right. Producer. Gear Games Inc. Sound effects, sound art, graphic art, gameplay, engineer, software or developer, producer, publisher. Oh, it's so stupid. Okay, and then we're gonna do 5 or 10. Let's do 12. 12. All right, and then we could do 470, 490, 510, 530, 550. Bam. Okay, great. This is. Why do I have main menu red? No, it should be credits. Credits. And then we'll put you at 20 from the top of the screen. Voila. And the problem here is you actually moved everything to the right. You should have been moving everything down. Okay, great. This would be 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay. And then you don't really need to do an update loop for this screen because there's nothing going on it. Credits. Oh, I lost my start game button. Okay. So, weird. Update. Render credits. We don't have anything going on there. Render. Render. Okay, great. Make sure we got all that in there. Run it. See if we actually get somewhere this time. Credits. Great. Okay. We now need to make these have their Y values start somewhere better. So let's do start at 100. Okay, great. So how did I mess up the main menu? Oh, it's because they're on top of each other. So that would be 30 away from that. So that would be 270, 270, 265. Great. Going once, going twice. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay, great. I should not have the game timer start until the bell has been clicked once. Game time. If game state pointer bell click once, we should reset this every day. Okay, so then if we start next day, and then we could set the timers back to 0. So if we're on the 5th day, we need to do game over. So we're going to do game state pointer game screen equals game over, right? So let's do that. Bam. Okay, now we're at this game over, and then what we do is we want to return out of this because we don't want this tick to have to finish on that state change. Okay. Okay, we got credits. Go back. Start. Ring the bell. Give him his tickets. Just rush to the end. Oh yeah, you know what? Let me time how long it takes to speed run through the game, aka just press the buttons until we get to the last screen. And you know what? How would I know we're on the last screen? It would go empty, right? That makes sense. So ready, set, go. Beat the game, get to the game over screen as quickly as you can, right? That's what this is, which means you lose. Man, I get tired of this. There we go. Nice workout. I'm going until 4 p.m. today. Should also probably make it obvious which day we're on. Which the game does have days. And the flights do have days too, but we kind of overlooked that a little bit. Next day, I hit next day. So it took me 1 minute and 10 seconds to get to that next day button. I hit next day. Here's the thing. its game locks up when you do that. And that's because we're not rendering anymore. So we now need to do else if game over. Okay, we do this, and then we can say main menu, and then we could do play again. Play again, and that will be at 265. And then what I would want to do is get rid of all this stuff. I would print out the scorecard stuff down here. Yeah, this stuff. Problem is that it takes like a whole minute to get to that screen, and I'm not going to do that. So I need to have a button that forces me to that last screen. We'll have it be F5 or just F6. If is key pressed, key F6, then we're going to set the main screen to the end game, which we will do game over, and then we need to iterate through the game state pointer score cards dot length I++, and we just need to, you know what, we need to just go through each of these one by one. So I'm going to do day 1, get, just do this 5, this is before 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I set a value for each of them, and then when it shows the score, at least I have something to work with. And then I need to do more stuff. So we're going to do downgraded equals 1, day 1. We're going to do happy equals 10. Incorrect flight equals 5. No ticket diving. Incorrect flight equals 3. And then upgrade. Graded equals 2. Okay, these all good at the sake of quickly changing the values. All right, we're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, we're going to do 1, 20, 1, 2, 1, 5, that, 15, 11, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. F6 doesn't work. If key pressed, F6. Main game screen return. Why is it not doing it? It's acting like that code doesn't even exist. 6. We're here. Did I do equals equals? Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to see this anymore. It works. Okay, so look at that. It looks all messed up. All right, so we will everything got moved to the left or right or whatever. Like, it's all over the place. It looks bad. This should actually be printed at 300. Let's try that again. Yeah, so day 1. So I need to make it day 5. Okay, so yeah, it gives you that, your total score is 16. That doesn't look right. I guess it is. Yeah, it is right. It's 4 plus 15 plus 6 minus 51 plus 42, 16. Okay, great. So if we do play again, this needs to be game screen game. But we also need to reset the game. We could force it to where when you do level 1, it resets your scorecard and puts the day on 1. So let's just do that. It's the easiest route for now. So then I would say game state pointer day equals 1, and then for int I equals 0, I less than game state pointer scorecards dot length I plus plus. We've got 5 of these. We're going to do scorecard underscore t pointer scorecard equals day scorecard get. And we're going to do game state pointer days scorecards for crying out loud, my man. Scorecard dot downgraded equals 0, scorecard upgraded equals 0, scorecard incorrect flight equals 0, scorecard happy customer equals 0, and scorecard no ticket given equals 0. Okay. That being done, we now have the ability to go to the end, which gives me all of these points. Click play again, do this, and I shouldn't have values for the days. I do have values for the days. So it didn't work. Oh, you know what? When I send it to that level 1 thing, I need to actually trigger load level 1. So instead of doing that there, we should do the where it says game screen game. Whenever we do this, we should do that. Okay, Now we're running again. Start game. We're good. Boom. We beat the game with crazy points. Play again. Go, 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 go. And shift. We're reset. Perfect. Press F6. Play game again. Do it again. And shift next day. Okay, great. I'm like so done. You know, I'm done. Update, scorecard. We've got all that working. Now I want to run through the game and get a horrible score. It's going to take me a whole minute to get to the end, but we're going to do it. Once we have this done, I want to start forcing individual levels to be tested, which I'll do F1 through 5 to go to the specific level. And then when I have all that done, we'll be golden. I'm going to make it to where the debug commands only work on Win32 when I release this. That way, I don't have to worry about people cheating. Game over. But the values are right. Okay, so we need to have it say game over when it's game over. Render game over. So that would be, draw that red on the top like I drew main menu. Except we want this 350. Game over. Game over. Not high enough. Not high enough. Game over. Okay, great. Boom. Next step. Oh. 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 Good. All right, in theory, I have until 4 p.m., but in actuality, I have probably less time. Did I add any graphics since my last build? I don't know. Let me just do a little ninja build here real quick. All right. Load sound. I've got the new stuff here. So now if I were to go here and do not that one, this one, and it would be this one here. Credits. Woohoo! Start the game. F6. F6, haha, you can't use the F6 commands or the F5, but F1, anyways, it doesn't matter. Boom. And then ding, ding. That one was red. That's because we don't have the new textures? No, that's not it at all. Oh, the tiny one doesn't have its textures done. The big one does. So that means that we don't have the right textures in the resources folder. That's okay. That's an easy fix. Everything else is working, so let's keep moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do if, see, Win32. See where else I'm doing Win32. If def win32. If def win32, that's what I want. Okay. If def win32. End if. Great. So this is all just going to be hidden. Is key pressed key F1. Bam. Load level 1, start the game. Matter of fact, let's do this. And level loader, load level 1. We'll run that every time. Every one of these that I do. So we'll do day 1, clear all that out. There we go, game screen game. And then we also do LD load level 1 game state pointer. Great, this is the pattern. Now we just do F1, F2, F3. F2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, and 5, 5, 5. All right, run. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5. Go. Okay, so level 1's fine. It's level 2. And you know what? Let's just put like day 2, the date. What is the date for the level, right? So we should be including that information. I don't think I'm using the day information in game state pointer for anything. So let's look. We have day, but we don't have, yeah, this here, month, day, year. Are we using this for anything? Month, 9, day, tickets data is being generated based off of that info. That's fine. So then, and month is getting used, years getting used. The day is what needs to change. Okay, so then let's see if day has any significance. Day does not have much significance. So what I want to do then is day 1 is 10. So whenever we load the level, I want to make sure we're updating the day. So we would do this. Game state pointer. Oh, nope, that's not it. Level 1. Here we go. So we clear the level. We're going to set the day to 10. We have underscore day and upper day. Oh, it's funny. All right, and number 2 is going to be 11. Number 3 will be 12. Number 4, wait a second. Okay, good. Good. Why does this not, okay, it does it as well. Okay, number 2, 2, 3, 3 is 12. 4 will be 13. And 5 will be 13. Perfect. Okay. So next, we've got to figure out where am I changing the, I'm changing the day somewhere else. Okay, so now I have the day stuff. So we should be drawing the day stuff to the left of the clock, and that'll be it. Start start game. We got our clock right there. We'll draw the days on that. So now we have the clock. So we're going to do HH for hours. Game. Draw. Here it is. Okay, so this is the clock. So now we need to draw the day and things like that. So that would be %OD2 slash %OD2 slash %O4D, and then we could do day, month, year. Month, day, year, rather. Game state pointer month, game state pointer day, game state pointer year. And then this is for the parts and stuff. That's not what we wanted it for. We want the times of the day. We want day times. So that would be game time. Right here, this one. Draw clock. And then that would be 940. That 16. And I would want it to the left of it, so let's do 900 to start. See if we got anything nice looking. No. Okay, and then we're gonna do 850. Oh, 850. Start. And let's just do 40. Just give it a little bit of a gap. And we could even do a little dash like that. Okay. All right, I am almost there. Okay, good. So now if I change the days, see, so I know which level I'm on. I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I jump to level 5, and I finish that one, I would expect that my score would be cleared out for the other days. Yes. Okay, great. Good. All right. We're at the point where do some level design stuff. I actually don't need to do that. I need to write code. I need to generate things based off of how many passengers I have, and then generate the flights based off of the passengers. Generate real flights and dummy flights, and then if I can do that, then what's really left for the levels, because right now I'm like manually setting some of this stuff up. If I can get it to, like right here, I've got this like big flop of code here that's just like setting up flights between certain time periods. I guess I could add max amounts here, and then that would be enough. Like modify generate flight to require maximum first class and occupied, and then just generate flights for all of them. Just have way more flights so it's a little bit more interesting, and then take the amounts out that I need, and then that would be nice. And then I could, yeah, that's probably the better way to do it. So, because this is hard to read, and if I did it the other way, they'd all be on the same line and really easy to read. So let's just, they're all the same right now, so I'm just gonna do comma 50 like that at the end of all of these. and then I'll come back and clean up the additional garbage. Okay, great. And then I actually think the seats, I shouldn't even do this max occupied stuff. Just have it be generated. The early flights are the flights which you're rebooking for. Okay, great. So now I can do this. Okay, so I don't think I actually want those last. I actually don't want this info. I want generate to do it for me. And then I want to be able to generate early flights and late flights. So I can say generate afternoon flights and then generate early flights. And early flights are the ones that were missed. And then we can have a little bit of variance in all of those things, but they would trigger, and then those would be the ones that lead to the gameplay. All right, so come on, I can do this. This is like the last thing I have to do is this. So if I write it down, I'll have everything I need. I've got that. I've got that. What I need to do is have generate flights, rebook, and then generate flights early. And then you want to generate your early flights. Oh, you know why? You know why I don't want to do that? I don't want to do that because if I do that, then we'll get some issues. Because then I'll start doing like random anything. I guess the continuity doesn't really matter though. No, it does. No, it doesn't. Because this stuff figures it out. I go in here and it generates the flight and it says da 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 da. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. How does it know it's a layover? Oh no, I hard coded that. That makes sense. Okay, so you pay for it. You pay the price later. All right, let's get all of these flights. I could do... See, I don't know. That's why it's hard. Okay. Ah, man, I don't know, a while, like at least a year. Seriously, at least a year, but for much longer, yes. All right. Let's jump in here. So I do have these guys. I could just generate... This is the full list of flights. So what I could do is generate my afternoon flights based off of these flights that I made down here. And then I could say generate early flight, do it 3 times, and then it could vary the time by like 5 minutes on each of them or 15 on each of them. And that could be enough to make it random. Great, so we do early flights first. And then this one needs to go back to 9 and 12. So we generate all the early flights. And we can have this be called early. And then do early. And then we could go rebookers. And instead I would want to generate for each of them. So I would say early flights are these guys on the top. So I would put in that I could have a couple loops and then just have them write generate flight rebooked. All right, so we'll just do a little copy paste here, copy paste, rebooker. Great, so now we have that. Then what I want to do is I don't want to provide the time of day. I want it to pick times in the day that are greater than 9 a.m. and then just make the tickets or make the other flights for me. And then, oh man, this is rough. I can do it. I just gotta get through this. So the early flights are going to be 0, 1. I mean, we're going to have like the length of the flights here. So I'm just going to say anything greater than this. So this will be my index. Index starting point equals game state pointer flights dot length. That's my starting point. So then when I make new ones, they're going to start here and we iterate through them. So then that tells me that from 0 to starting point, those are my things I'm going to iterate through. So I'm going to for int I equals 0, I less than starting point plus plus. Okay, great. And then we need to change what's the difference between these? Just the things here? You know what I mean? Like, if that's the difference, then what am I doing? I don't need to do anything. It could just be the same method. So I don't need early. I need no. I guess I could provide a range for the starting time instead of this. Oof. It's 20 minutes before the end. This last bit would have been really cool to have done, but I might just not have enough time right now to do it. But we can keep trying. All right, so man, my brain is like fried. So let me think here. This will get me the source and targets, right? So then I can pass that info. I hope the flight have the target code and source code stored somewhere. No, I have the ID. So then you have to take the ID and, you know, turn it into the code. It's not the end of the world. Okay. Flight TT flight source flight. Great, we got our source flight. It's going to be this. We're going to do game state pointer flights. Okay, you know what? Before I jump off this cliff here, let's what? Too many arguments for the call. Yeah, Okay, that's all right. Bye. All of these. Generate flight, I need to fix. Oh, I broke the game. I totally broke the game if I don't fix this. I'm gonna do flight dot max first class equals 5. First class occupied first class is gonna be 3, and then we do flight occupied seats equals 47, and then max seats equals 50. Put that in all of them for now, or for generate flight and early. We'll just do that here as well, and then rebooker as well. We'll do that just to make sure the game keeps working, right? Because we're literally out of time, and there's no way. There's no way. So I have a version. I need to get it completed. I have until 4 p.m. So I need to actually get the build out and mark it as done, because see the difference between mine and others is I actually do need to stop at 4. And I want to have mine out and ready. So here we go. All right. The issue here is that I'm building from this folder, and is this PN? Yes, this one's old, so we need the new one, which is in here, ticket PNG. Nothing to do, it says. Come on, there's going to be a red one. Where is it? No first classes. Actually, that's crazy. There we go. But still, no first classers. There's one. Okay, so where is the resources folder, and where is that? So it's in examples, build examples, that's build. So we need to go to here, LUDUM there, source, examples, core. Where's the resources folder for this thing? It's killing me. Okay, so this is that one. That's correct. I think I changed the resources folder. Yes, it's LUDUM Dare 98 in Gear Games. Right here. And it's this resources folder. And this is the one with the old PNG. So we're going to paste in the new one. There we go. But there's only one thing in here. Where's the bell? Where's everything else? So we should make sure that we send all that stuff in there too. So resources, paste all this in here. Yes. Replace everything. Replace, replace, replace. Let's go. I don't have time for this. Where's the bell? Oh, it's because this program here doesn't refresh as much as it should. Okay, we've got it. All right, now I do a ninja Okay, it says no work to do, but I don't believe it, so we're going to do a little bump. Okay, it rebuilt. Click, click. Yeah, it is hard, but it stops being hard. What is this? This is way more than... Okay, well, I think I set it up to where every flight has like a ton of things, at least on day one. And that's because I made everything have a ton of them. All right, we've got it. Okay, I'm looking for first class. He's first class. We need to go to the right place. DFW to HRL, boom. And first class. Bam. Okay, so one thing I want to change is the generate flights. There's just too many first class seats available. So we're going to change those all to 4. And then... Okay, good. All right, save your work and get the game published now. Okay, so I have to run the Ninja build. It's done. I've already tested it a couple times now. So we need to go to examples. No, we need to go to build, examples. This is the folder with everything in it. We are going to delete everything that doesn't belong in here. I think you don't even need this, so we're going to get rid of that. We'll get rid of examples. We'll change this to index. We'll make you a add to archive, zip. Good. Go here, go to our nice little website here. LUDUM Dareland. Dashboard. Edit. Take a nap. That's where I'm at right now. I want to take a nap. Okay, uploaded. This will play in the browser. Save. This is for LUDUM Dare 58. You do everything with the mouse. Click the bell to get your first customer. Keep clicking until they are all gone. Move the ticket to the right to see it bigger. Rebook them to a new flight so they can make it home safely. Done. All right. Save. And then view page. Game will load. Run game. We got credits. Great. We've got start. Ding the bell. Give the guy. Hit this. Print. Print a first class ticket. And there you go. Programming in C has actually been very nice in comparison to C++ and in comparison to C# and in comparison to TypeScript and all that other garbage. Had a lot of fun with C. And C's so easy, and the stuff that feels repetitive, you can just make a code generator. All right, it's time for me to publish this thing. So let me go to this LD land and say, how do I do this? Submitting games. Here it is. Submit link. Okay, so I guess this is the link here. So I'll do. You do not have permission to do this? Wait, what? Oh, submit your game. Okay, go here. Close till next. You used it. What? Help. Okay, what do I do? Shit. 1 second. This is not good. Where's the channel to do chats? General chat. Hey. How do I submit my game? I don't get it. Come on. Okay, maybe if I go to their main site, they'll tell me. Oh, you got my email. Okay, my game. Okay, we're gonna call it Flight Man. Fun flight game. Flight Terminal Assistant. There we go. All right. Use this to embed. Oh, okay. So I guess you don't need to do the whole legacy route of things. I don't know. Let's just try it out. Okay. And then source code that'll come later, and then we'll do an itch.io link. Yeah, I don't care. Do not. I have read the rules. Da 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 da. I did all this stuff. Important. Compo. You can't. What's the final step? Am I missing something? Okay, fine. Do I have to upload my code to GitHub right now? Check all the boxes. No. You can't publish. So where's the submission checklist? I have it here. Ding. So you click this. If a button is disabled, I'm compo for competition. Okay, and then publish. Oh, no. No. No, I'm not embedding it on here. It looks garbage. Okay, we're going to remove the embed. Nope. Delete. Oh, stupid. You don't deserve this. I don't want the embed. There we go. It's gone. Okay. So there we go. That's much better. Okay. Because the embed that they had was just not the right size. All right. We have it. Source code needs to get uploaded now. So let me make a repository. New repository. We'll do it for the game. We'll do LUDUM, dare, videate. Create repository. Oh, I didn't want it to be private. Shoot. It's easier to just make it public. Okay, we don't want to show that. Public, private. Change visibility to public. Yes, I want it public. Go ahead. Make it public. What am I putting here? All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it because I don't need you guys to see me scramble. Y'all have a good day. I'll catch you later. I do have enough time to do this, but you know, I want to just be done. So thank you, everybody. Have a good day, and we'll see how it goes. Also, here's the link to the game. You can try it out right now. Okay. Yeah, so I think, you know what? I'm so annoyed that I had to do this that I'm just going to do it. LUDUM Dare 58 source. I'm just going to do it this way. Public, there we go. Create repository. There we go. And then let's do a little bit of this and that and this and so we click that, and then we'll go into here, and then we just do code upload. Go in there, git clone. Got it. Boom. You appear to have cloned an empty repo. Thank you. I don't care. All right, and now what I need to copy over is the actual code that I use for the project and the files, and then people can figure out how to build it on their own. Because there's no free lunch here, guys. There we go. So we'll do LUDUM Dare 58. We've got all my source code and everything in here. We'll just do a little copy and paste. There's the source code. And then the only thing that wasn't included was GG Arena. And we'll give that. You guys can have my arena code. Thank you. It's yours now. Boom. We got all that. Commit to main. Initial commit. Welcome to the jungle. Done. Add them all. Before I do that, bell. We don't need all of this because it's just game bell and printer 3. And there we go. I just don't want to give anything away for free. What's the license? The license is it's mine. Let me just make sure I have a license on this. Okay, so we recommend including a license. No copy, no take license. No, let me go find some stupid thing. Open, what do you call it? License, open source licenses. So I want something that attribute, or where's the one where you have to like tell people you used it? All right, and now we've got the little license, and now we can commit. Initial commit. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay. Oh, yeah. This is nuts.